Now let's hook the sausage dog. First, hook the head first. The head is hooked from the mouth to here. Then hook the body. Next comes the ears, hand, 2 legs to feet, a tail. Final assembly. Now let's hook it first. Start from mouth. Hook toward the head. This is the second color thread. This is the number 1 color thread. Now we use these 2 colors of thread to hook. This is the second color thread. This is the now 1 color thread. First, the first 来ends. Use now 2 color thread to hook. The first round is a circular stitch, 6 short needles. When we get the line, you can take it out like this. Let's take a look. The thickness of the lines of these 2 colors are almost the same. First we use now 2 color thread to hook the first and second loops. The first round is a circular stitch, 6 short needles. Ring stitches to wrap the thread around your finger twice. Take this circle over here, hand. Thread the thread like this. We can hold the crochet hook like this. You can also hold the crochet hook like this. Then let's start the needle. Crochet hook through the circle. Crochet a loop over. There is now a loop on the crochet hook. Crochet another loop. Bring out this loop on the crochet hook. This is the circular stitching. The first round is to hook 6 short stitches. Now let's hook the first short stitch. Crochet hook through circle. Bring a coil. There are now 2 loops on the crochet hook. Crochet hook with a loop. Finish these 2 coils. This V-shape form here. This is a V-shape. It's just a short stitch. The first short stitch of each round. We all use mark buckles. Make a mark. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. The fourth short stitch. The fifth short stitch. The sixth short stitch. 6 short needles. After hooking, we can count if there are 6 V-shape. Then let's tighten the coil. The way to wind up the coil is to pull the thread end. Look at which of these 2 lines is moving. It's this thread that's moving. Let's just pull this thread and tighten the coil. After we've collected it like this, we'll pull out the thread again. Finish this thread. This completes the coil collection. Let's cut the thread. Let's end the circle with a pull pin. The extraction needle is hooked at the position where the buckle is marked. Take off the marking buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Bring a crochet hook over. Bring out this loop directly on the crochet hook. A V shape form here. It's just a pin that pulls out. Because of the pull-out needle of each turn, this does not count as one stitch in the circle. In order to make the connecting place more beautiful, less obvious, here we tighten the pull-out pins. The method is to pull it this way. The pins that are pulled out become very small. This completes the first lap. Before starting each loop or hook, we need to hook a standing stitch first. The standing stitch is a circle of crochet thread. Bring out this loop on the crochet hook. Form this. This V shape stands up. Just a standing pin. This is before every lap starts. A standing stitch to hook. The second round is made up of 3 groups. It consists of a short stitch and an extra stitch. 9 stitches in total. Now let's hook the first group. Hook the first short stitch at the marked bottom position. Add mark buckle. Hook an additional stitch in the next stitch. To add stitches is to hook 2 short stitches in the same stitch. This is a second short stitch in the same stitch. Make 2 short stitches in the same stitch like this. Just an extra short. This completes the first set of hooks. Group 2. A short stitch. 1 plus stitch. To add stitches is to hook 2 short stitches in the same stitch. The second group of hooks is finished and the third group is completed. Make a short stitch. 1 plus stitch. The third group of hook is finished. In this way, the second circle will be hooked. This is a very small pin. We don't need to worry about it. Because of the stitches at the beginning of the third round, I still use knot to thread to hook it. So when we draw here, we'll use the knot to color wire to pull it out. Take off the marking buckle. Hook a pull pin at the marked buckle position. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. Third lap, let's first use the knot to color thread to hook a short stitch. 1 plus stitch, 2 short needles. Hook at the marked buckle position. First short stitch. Add marked buckle. 1 plus stitch. To add stitches is to hook 2 short stitches in the same stitch. Then hook 2 short stitches. Then, we are going to use color number 1 thread to hook an extra stitch. So here we have to change the line. The way to change the line is here. Let's hook in the now 1 color thread. This completes the color change. Then tighten a handful of knot to color thread and the now 1 color thread. Put it on the crochet hook. That is, it is posted here at the back. Next, we use now one color thread to hook an extra stitch. Put these 2 threads on the crochet hook. This way you can hide the threads. This is a plus pin. To add stitches is to hook 2 short stitches in the same stitch. Then we change back to the second color thread to hook. So while here, we're going to switch back to color number 2. This is how you hook an extra stitch with now one color thread. It's tied here. Same as this unnecessary line. Let's just put it on the crochet hook. Then use the second color thread to hook 2 short stitches. 1 plus stitch, a short stitch. 2 short needles. One plus stitch. A short stitch. There are a total of 12 stitches in the circle. In this way, the hook is completed in the 3rd circle. Take off the marking buckle and the extraction at the marked buckle position. This circle, tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. 4th line. First use the second color thread to hook 2 short stitches. 1 plus stitch, 2 short needles. Hook the first short stitch at the marked bottom position. Add marked buckle. Second short stitch. 1 plus stitch. 2 short needles. Here we will change the number 1 color thread to hook. So here we are going to change the line. Hook a short needle with now 1 color thread. 1 plus stitch, a short stitch. A short stitch. 1 plus stitch. A short stitch. After hooking, we will change the thread here. Tighten the unnecessary thread again. Then use the second color thread to hook 2 short stitches. 1 plus stitch, a short stitch. 2 short needles. One plus stitch. A short stitch. In this way, the hook is completed in the 4th circle. Take off the marking buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. In the 5th round, first use the narrow 2-color thread to hook 6 short stitches. Hook the first short stitch at the marked bottom position. Add marked buckle. Second short stitch. The 3rd short stitch. The 4th short stitch. The 5th short stitch. The 6th short stitch. Here we change back to the nail, one color thread to hook. Hook for short needles with now one color thread. First short stitch. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. The fourth short stitch. Change back to the nail to color thread here. Then use the nail to color thread to hook 5 short stitches. First short. Chapter 2. The third short. The fourth short. Fifth needle. In this way, the fifth circle is completed. Take off the marking buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. In the 6th round, first use the nail to color thread to hook 6 short stitches. Hook the first short stitch at the marked button position. Then hook down. Finish crocheting 6 short stitches. Sixth short hand out. Change the line here. These lines at the back need to be long enough. Don't pull it. Then use now one color thread to hook 5 short stitches. This is the 5th short stitch. Replace it with the 2nd color thread. Hook for short stitches with 9 to color thread. Be sure to tighten this thread. Put it on the crochet hook and hide it. This way it will look better here. Here we need to hook for short stitches. In this way, the hook is completed in the 6th circle. Take off the marking buckle. And the extraction at the marked buckle position. This circle tightens the pulling stitches. Hook a standing stitch. In the 7th circle, use now to color thread to hook 2 short stitches. 1 extra stitch, then 3 short stitches. Hook the first short stitch at the marked button position. Add mark buckle. 2nd short stitch, then 1 extra stitch. 3 short needles. Then we change the thread of color now .1. Change the line here. Tighten the 2nd color thread. The number 1 color thread should be left long enough behind. Then put these 2 threads on the crochet hook to make a long thread. Then we use now 1 color thread to hook a short stitch. 1 extra stitch, then 3 short stitches. A short stitch. 1 plus stitch. 3 short needles. Change to the second color thread like this. Everyone remembers the line left behind when changing lines. It must be long enough, otherwise it will pull on the fabric. Then we use the second color thread. Let's crochet 1 short stitch and add 2 short stitches. A short stitch. 1 plus stitch. 2 short needles. In this way, the 7th circle of hooking is completed. Take off the marking buckle. Pull at the mark buckle position to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. In the 8th circle, use Na to color thread to hook 6 short stitches. Hook the first short stitch at the marked button position. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The 3rd short stitch. The 4th short stitch. The 5th short stitch. The 6th short stitch. Come here to change the thread of color now. 1. You must connect these 2 wires like this. There needs to be a long enough line going here and here. It needs to be tight enough here. Let's not leave too many lines here. This is how this place looks beautiful. Then use the now 1 color thread. Let's hook 8 short stitches. The 8th short stitch is finished. Change the line here. Tension. Then use the now to color thread to hook for short stitches. In this way, the 8th circle is hooked. This is what it looks like after hooking it up. If you think this place doesn't look good, tighten these back threads. It's the same here too. As the 9th lap begins, we use no 1 color thread to hook it. So here. When drawing, we will change the now 1 color wire to pull it out. In this way, use the now 1 color wire to pull it out directly. The line behind this must be left long enough. Hook another standing stitch. Wait a moment before hooking this thread. Just hide it in the 9th circle. It must be tightened here. The 9th loop begins. I have always used no one colored thread to hook it. The 9th circle is composed of 3 groups of 5 short stitches, composed of a plus needle. Now, let's hook the first group of 5 short stitches. Hook the first short stitch at the marked button position. Add marked buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. Our second color thread is no longer needed here. We can cut the thread after it has gone a long way. The fourth short stitch. The fifth short stitch. 1 plus stitch. To add stitches is to hook 2 short stitches in the same stitch. This is the first group. The second set of 5 short stitches. The second set of hook is finished. Then there is another group. Let's hook it up together. The 9th circle is hooked. Take off the marking buckle. And the extraction at the marked buckle position. This circle tightens the pulling stitches. Hook a standing stitch. The 10th circle consists of 4 short stitches. 5 groups of 1 short stitch, 1 plus stitch, consisting of a short stitch. 2 separate short needles. A total of 26 stitches. Now let's crochet for short stitches. First, add a marker buckle here on the first short stitch. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. The fourth short stitch. 5 groups of 1 short stitch, 1 plus stitch, a short stitch, 1 in the first group. Short needle. 1 plus stitch. A short stitch. The first set of hook is finished. 1 in the second group. Short needle. 1 plus stitch. A short stitch. The second set of hook is finished. Then there are 3 groups. Let's hook it up together. After 5 groups of hook are completed, finally, hook 2 short stitches. In this way, the 10th circle of hooking is completed. Take off the marking buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. The 11th circle is made up of 6 separate short stitches. There are 5 more groups. It consists of 3 short stitches and 1 plus stitch. 31 stitches in total. Let's first crochet 6 short stitches. After crocheting 6 short stitches, crochet 5 groups, 3 short stitches and 1 plus stitch. The first set of hook is finished. The second set of 3 short stitches. 1 plus stitch. The second set of hook is finished. Then there are 3 groups. Let's hook it up together. "11 circles completed. Take off the marking buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. End of extraction. This circle tightens the pulling stitches. Hook a standing stitch. Circles 12 to 17 are the same. It's a short stitch on each stitch. Each circle is 31 stitches. Now we're marking the location of the buckle. Hook the first short stitch. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. These twins are all short stitches. Let's hook it up together. The 17th circle is hook. Take off the marking buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. End of extraction. This circle tightens the pulling stitches. Hook a standing stitch. The 18th circle consists of 3 short stitches, 5 groups of 5 short stitches, and 1 subtractive stitch. A total of 27 stitches. Now let's crochet 3 short stitches. First, hook the first short stitch at the marked bottom position. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. 5 groups of 5 short stitches and 1 reducing stitch. The first group of 5 short stitches. A minus stitch. To reduce the stitches, pick the outer half stitches of the 2 stitches. That is, the half needle close to ourselves. Bring a coil. Finish these 2.5 needles. Crochet hook with another loop. Finish the remaining 2 coils. This is a reduction needle. Subtraction stitches to merge 2 stitches into 1 stitch. The first set of hook is finished. The second set of 5 short stitches. A minus stitch. The second set of hook is finished. Then there are 2 groups. Let's hook it up together. The 18th circle is hook. Take off the marking buckle. End of extraction. This circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. The 19th round is composed of 4 groups of 3 short stitches. A total of 23 stitches. A total of 23 stitches. Now let's crochet 3 short stitches. First, then hook for groups. First group. 2 short needles. A minus stitch. 2 short needles. Group 2. Group I. Two short needles. A minor stitch. Two short needles. The second set of hook is finished. Then there are two groups. Let's hook it up together. The 19th circle is hooked. Mark the location of the buckle. End of extraction. End of extraction. This circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. The 20th round is to make a short stitch on each stitch. A total of 23 stitches. Hook the first short stitch at the marked button position. Add marked buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. This circle is all short stitches. Let's hook it up together. The 20th hook is completed. Take off the marking buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. The 21st round is composed of 3 groups of 2 short stitches, composed of 5 short stitches and 1 subtractive stitch, 20 stitches in total. Hook the first short stitch at the marked button position. Add marked buckle. Second short stitch. The first group of 5 short stitches and 1 minor stitch. Five short stitches. A minor stitch. Group I. Group I. Five short stitches. A minor stitch. The second set of hook is finished. Then there is another group, and we finish hooking it together. The 21st circle has been hooked. Take off the marking buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. End of extraction. This circle tightens the pulling stitches. Hook another pull-out needle. Here we leave the line disconnected. Let's take care of the threads. Just hide the threads. We don't need to keep a long line here. Just sew 1 stitch and 2 stitches on the front and back. After sewing, disconnected. In this way, the hook is completed from the mouth to the head. Now we use a black thread to sew the nose. It's the front part. Here are 2 pins. Here are 2 pins. The 2 pins in the middle are here. Then span the distance of 2 circles. 3 stitches here between the 3rd and 4th turns. Sew a solid triangle like this. It's bigger here. It's smaller here. 1st and 2nd lap. This is the middle. The 3rd and 4th circles are here. The 3rd and 4th circles are here. These 3 pins in the middle. Here's 1, 2, 3, 3 pins. Let's sew 1 stitch on each side first. Just this side on this location first. Then sew the middle completely. Repeated sewing like this. The 2 pins in the middle. We also have to sew in the middle. Leave some space here. Leave some space here. Let's do 2 more stitches. After sewing, let's tie a knot inside. This is what it looks like after wearing it. Leave a little thread after tying the knot. Then cut. This knot is sewn completely. We can also hook it up here. So when the hook is here, it will be easy to sew. Next, let's add filling cotton. This is what it looks like after adding the filling cotton. The hair is finished. We can flatten it a little bit. There is no need to add too much stuffing in the front mouth area. Now we use the no one color thread to hook the bow part. First of all, the first round is a circular stitch. 6 short needles. This is a loop stitch. First short stitch. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. The fourth short stitch. The fifth short stitch. The sixth short stitch. Tighten the coil. Cut the thread. Take off the marking buckle. Pull at the mark buckle position to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. The second round is composed of 6 additional stitches, 12 stitches in total. Hook the first additional stitch at the marked buckle position. To add stitches is to hook 2 short stitches in the same stitch. Add marker buckle here on first stitch. The second plus needle. The third plus needle. The fourth additional needle. The fifth plus needle. The sixth additional needle. This completes the second loop of hooking. Take off the marking buckle. Anti-extraction at the marked buckle position. This circle tightens the pulling stitches. Hook a standing stitch. The third round is composed of 6 groups of short stitches, composed of a plus needle. 18 stitches in total. Now let's hook the first group. Hook the first short stitch at the marked button position. Add mark buckle. 1 plus stitch. The first set of hook is finished. The second set of hook is finished. The second set of hook is finished. Then there are 4 groups. Let's hook it up together. The third circle is hooked. Take off the marking buckle. Pull at the mark buckle position to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. The fourth round is to hook a short stitch on each stitch. 18 stitches in total. Hook the first short stitch at the marked button position. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. This circle is all short stitches. Let's hook it up together. The fourth circle is hooked. Take off the marking buckle. Pull out at the marked buckle position. And the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. The fifth circle is composed of 6 groups. It consists of a short stitch, an extra stitch and a short stitch, a total of 24 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. A short stitch, 1 plus stitch, a short stitch. The first set of hook is finished. Then there are 5 groups. Let's hook it up together. The 5th circle is hook. Lead to end the circle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. The 6th to 7th lap are the same. It's a short stitch on each stitch. Each circle is 24 stitches. Hook the first short stitch at the mark button position. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. These turns are all short stitches. Let's hook it up together. The 7th circle is hook. Lead to end the circle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. Hook for more group. Hook for more group. 3 short stitches and 1 plus stitch. Then crochet for short stitches separately. A total of 28 stitches. Now let's crochet for short stitches first. One plus stitch. 1 plus stitch. The first set of hook is finished. The second set of 3 short stitches. 1 plus stitch. The second set of hook is finished. Then there are 2 groups. Let's hook it up together. In this way, the 8th circle of hooking is completed. Take off the marking buckle and place it in the position of the marking buckle. Lead to end the circle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. Circles 9 to 23 are the same. It's a short stitch on each stitch. Each circle is 28 stitches. Hook the first short stitch at the mark button position. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. These turns are all short stitches. Let's hook it up together. The 23rd circle is hook. Take off the marking buckle. Pull at the mark buckle position to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. A total of 24 stitches. A total of 24 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. Five short stitches. a minor stitch. The first set of hook is finished. The second set of 5 short stitches, a minor stitch. The second set of hook is finished. Then there are 2 groups. Let's hook it up together. The 24th circle has been hooked. Mark the location of the buckle. Lead to end the circle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. 2 short needles, a minor stitch, composed of 2 short needles. Composed of 2 short needles. 20 stitches in total. Now let's hook the first group. Two short needles, a minor stitch, 2 short needles. The first set of hook is finished. Then there are 3 groups. Let's hook it up together. The 25th circle has been hooked. Take off the marking buckle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook another pull-out needle. Leaving threads to suture broken threads. This completes the body part. Let's add stuffing. This is what it looks like after adding the filling cotton. The body is now complete. Now let's hook the 2 ears. It's hooked with now 1 colored thread. First of all, hook a circle is a ring shape. The first round is a circular stitch. The 6 short stitches are this part. Circular stitching. First short stitch. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. The fourth short stitch. The fifth short stitch. The sixth short stitch. Tighten the coil. Cut the thread. Take off the marking buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. The second circle ends. Just use a small part of the circle to hook it. The rest of this is that we don't need to worry about it here. The second loop is a short stitch. A total of 4 or 4 stitches. Hook the first short stitch at the marked buckle position. Add marked buckle. Crochet an extra stitch down. To add stitches is to hook 2 short stitches in the same stitch. Crochet another short stitch. In this way, the second circle will be hooked. Don't worry about this part. No need to hook. Then let's hook the third loop. First hook a standing stitch. It's just a lock pin. Trim the fabric. Just the last stitch, here. From here we start to crochet an additional stitch. 2 short stitches and 1 plus stitch. 6 stitches in total. First crochet and add stitches. On the first pin here. Add mark buckle. 2 short needles. To the position of the mark buckle. Just hook an extra stitch here at the last stitch. In this way, the third circle is hooked. The fourth round is to hook a standing stitch first. That is, lock needle. Trim the fabric. Make a short stitch in each stitch. 6 stitches in total. Hook the first short stitch here in the first stitch. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. The fourth short stitch. The fifth short stitch. Take off the marking buckle. Hook the 6th short stitch at the mark buckle position. In this way, the hook is completed in the 4th circle. The 5th round is to hook a standing stitch first. That is, lock needle. Trim the fabric. Crochet 6, 1 short stitch, 1 extra stitch, and 1 short stitch, a total of 8 stitches. Now let's hook the first group. A short stitch. Add mark buckle. 1 plus stitch. A short stitch. The first set of hook is finished. The second set of short stitches. 1 plus stitch. A short stitch. The second set of hook is finished. In this way, the 5th circle is completed. The 6th to 8th lap are the same. First hook a lock stitch. Trim the fabric. Make a short stitch in each stitch. Each circle is 8 stitches. Now let's hook the first short stitch. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. The fourth short stitch. The 5th short stitch. 6th short stitch, 7th short stitch. The 8th short stitch. In this way, the hook is completed in the 6th circle. The 7th and 8th lap. It's the same hook method as the 6th circle. Let's hook it up together. The 8th circle is hooked. The 9th round is to hook a lock stitch first. Trim the fabric. Then hook 3 short stitches. A minus stitch. 3 short stitches, a total of 7 stitches. Let's first crochet 3 short stitches. A minus stitch. To reduce the stitches, pick the other half stitches of the 2 stitches. It's this half needle close to ourselves. Crochet stitch. Then hook 3 short stitches. In this way, the 9th circle will be hooked. The 10th round is to hook a log stitch first. Trim the fabric. Crochet a reducing stitch. Add mark buckle. Three short needles. A minus stitch. In this way, the hook is completed on the 10th round. The 11th to 12th lap are the same. First hook a log stitch. Trim the fabric. Hook a short stitch into each stitch. Each circle is 5 stitches. In this way, the 11th circle is completed. 12 loops are the same hook method as 11 loops. Let's hook it up together. After the 12th circle is hooked, the 13th round is to hook a log stitch first. Then go around the circle. In every hole, hook a pulling pin where there is a hole. Hook around the circle. Hook the extraction needle all the way to the position of the marked buckle. We don't need a hook on this horizontal edge. Now let's hook the first pull-out needle. The needle is pulled through the hole with the crochet hook. Bring a coil. This loop directly brings out the slip on the crochet hook. This is a pulling pin. We'll hook a stitch in each hole where there is a hole. Finish hooking around the circle. About 28 stitches. This one here is particularly tight. We can skip over here regardless of it. This is the last stitch. Take off the marking buckle. In this way, the hook is completed on the 13th circle. Hook another pull-out needle. Leave the thread disconnected. In this way, 1 ear is hooked. We need to hook 2 ears in total. This one has the pin on it. This one is a front. These are 2 ears. Now let's hook the 4 legs. We have hooked 3 here. First, use the now to color thread to hook first and second lap. The remaining 3rd to 6th laps. It's hooked with now 1 colored thread. Show on the 2nd lap. When pulling out, we have to change the wire of the first color. Now let's use the now to color thread to hook it first. First and second lap. The first round is a circular stitch. 6 short needles. This is a loop stitch. First short stitch. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. The fourth short stitch. The fifth short stitch. The sixth short stitch. Tighten the coil. Cut the thread. Take off the marking buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook another standing stitch. The second round is made up of 3 groups. It consists of a short stitch and an extra stitch. 9 stitches in total. Now let's hook the first group. Hook the first short stitch at the marked bottom position. Add mark buckle. 1 plus stitch. The first set of hook is finished. The second set of short stitches. 1 plus stitch. The third group is a short stitch. 1 plus stitch. The second circle is hook. In the third round, we use the now 1 color thread to hook. So when we are leading here, let's change the thread of color now .1. Put the second color thread on the crochet hook, then make a long thread. Use the now 1 color wire to pull it out. Tighten the thread of color now 1 and the thread of color now 2. Hook another standing stitch. The 3rd to 5th circles are the same. It's a short stitch on each stitch. Each circle is 9 stitches. Hook the first short stitch at the marked bottom position. Put these 2 unwanted threads on the crochet hook. This way you can hide the line inside. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. These turns are all short stitches. This line has been hidden until almost the time. Let's cut it off. This way there will be no strings tied on the back. Let's hook down. Finish hooking these loops together. The fifth circle is hook. Take off the marking buckle and place it in the position of the marking buckle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. The sixth circle is after folding the fabric in half and crocheting. Cross two symmetrical stitches at the same time. This is how to crochet a short stitch. This is the first short stitch. Hook two symmetrical stitches, down. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. The fourth short stitch. This way the mat is sealed. Finally, we hook a pull-out needle. Leave the thread disconnected. In this way, one foot is hooked. Let's just hide this thread inside. We need to hook for in total. Now we use the no one color thread to hook the tail. The first round is a circular stitch, 5 short stitches. First short stitch. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. The third short stitch. The fourth short stitch. The fifth short stitch. Tighten the coil. Cut the thread. Take off the marking buckle. Mark the location of the buckle. Lead to end the circle. Tighten the pull-out pins. Hook a standing stitch. The second to none circles are the same. It's a short stitch on each stitch. Each circle is 5 stitches. Hook the first short stitch at the marked bottom position. Add mark buckle. Second short stitch. These turns are all short stitches. Let's hook it up together. When hooking, push the first loop outward. Put the first circle like this. Top outside. Let's finish hooking these loops together. The ninth circle is hook. Take off the marking buckle and place it in the position of the marking buckle. End of extraction. This circle, tighten the pull-out pins. Hook another pull-out needle. Leave the thread disconnected. This completes the tail. Now let's assemble this dog together. Now we come To assemble, first sew the head and body together. First determine the position of the center line of the head and the center line position of the body. The position of the center line of the head is based on the center of this nose. Like this. The line directly above the body. We can look at the back here. Place this connection point right below. Find the center line like this. Try to put this connecting seam as low as possible. Is this position very fixed? Just turn to one side. Any way will do. Mainly the connection between this and this one. Just try to hide it underneath. Now let's sew it up. When sewing, just sew a stitch here on the head, a stitch here on the body. Sew back and forth like this. Tighten the thread. One stitch at a time. Let's sew it together. Sewing to the end. We are at the bottom. Tie a knot. Hide the knot in. Cut the thread. In this way, the head and body are sewn together. Now let's glue the eyes on. The eyes are between the 8th and 9th circles. The distance between the two eyeballs is for stitches. Let's determine the location. Outside the two places. After confirming this, let's heat the strips. Heating strip. Stick a little glue. Be careful not to burn your hands. Place it in a certain position and press it. The extra glue next to it, we have to dry it and then just take it off. Put the other eye. Just remove the excess glue after it dries, or it can be removed after it is dissolved by heating. This way the eyes will be glued together. After gluing the eyes, let's tie a knot with a white thread under the eyes. Right here from the middle. From the bottom to the left and a little to the middle. Sew a stitch from here to here. Come here, again. Sew a stitch like this. Try to be as close to the eyeball as possible. After sewing, go here. Find a position closer to your eyeballs. Around the eyeballs. Tighten the thread again. Finally tie a knot here at the bottom. Knot the thread and hide it. This completes the whites of the eyes. When I sew the whites of my eyes, we must tighten this thread, then try to hide it under your eyes. Now let's sew up the ears. Now let's sew up the ears. The ears are sewn on the 13 to 17 circles of the head. Between the two ears, the distance is about 10 stitches. This is the center line. Both ears must be symmetrical. We've finished sewing here. Now let's sew this side. First sew one stitch on each side of the ear. This way the location can be determined. After sewing, sew in the middle. Tie a knot first. Hide the knot again. Cut the thread. This way the ears are sewn together. Now let's sew up the front and back feet. The stitching method is the same. Let's first confirm its location. First determine the center line at the bottom. Then the front foot is sewn to the body in the 25th circle. This is the 25th leg. It's sewed diagonally. This is the direction. The hind feet are sewn to the 7th rib of the body. This is the slit on the 7th circle, which is also diagonal. Let the direction of the back foot be like this. Let's first determine the position and direction and then sew. We have finished sewing these for feet. Now let's show you how to sew. Just sew one stitch in each of these two places on both sides of the hand. After sewing, in the middle. At the bottom after sewing. Tie a knot. Hide the knot in. That's it. In this way, all 4 legs are sewn together. Now let's sew the tail 1. The tail is sewn 1. Directly behind the body. At this location on the 3rd lap. And the seam where we connect the tail. Put it at the back. After sewing, tie a knot at the bottom to hide the thread. This way the sausage dog is finished. After sewing, tie a knot at the bottom to hide the thread. This way the tail is sewn. This way the sausage dog is finished.